Hello and welcome to Enterprise Software Podcast, the world's first independent podcast dedicated to business applications. We provide news, views, reviews, and interviews for CEOs, CIOs, developers, users, and partners.
Look who's back in front of the Enterprise Software Podcast microphone, none other than our friend Adriana Vito from Sologlobe.
Yay!
Hello, mademoiselle.
Hello, monsieur. Comment allez-vous?
I'm doing wonderfully.
Gracias.
And I trust you are too here at the 9th annual NAVUG Summit here in West Central Florida.
We're doing great. It is so awesome to be here this year, with every year, but yeah, we're doing wonderfully.
Largest NAVUG Summit ever.
It is indeed, especially I know for in terms of the NAVUG numbers. We were here 3 years ago, and the attendance, I believe, was about 350. This year we've gone up to 950 attendees and growing. We're very excited about that.
Excellent. And you've been premier sponsors here at NAVUG Summit for a long time, haven't you?
Yes, indeed. We are premier sponsors, Hall of Fame premier sponsors.
Ooh.
This is our 6th year and counting.
Wow. Well, thank you very much on behalf of all of us at Dynamic Communities.
Well, what is keeping you coming back? I know it's a great show, but I'd just like to hear it in your words.
It's just the quality of the sessions, the whole organization. It's just, user-focused, it's partner-focused, it's growth-focused. It's just an unbelievable show. I was just give you one example. Dynamics Communities is growing, but as they're growing, they're also constantly striving to get better and better, more enhancements for their users and for people like us who are exhibiting and sponsoring.
Right.
For example, this past year, Dynamics Communities put together the Sponsor Advisory Council, and the sole purpose of which is to meet and discuss value that you guys can bring to the sponsors, and that's just an incredible initiative.
I love that. I think every organization who has a conference should have a sponsor advisory committee. That's a great idea. Well, I think it shows, just little things, like I think it was fantastic that we got to, just a simple thing that they let the sponsors come in and access the food before it was open to everyone else, so we could eat without having to, just little things, like little details. You guys
Very
really
important.
Yeah, there were some really nice little things they did. I'm sure there was much bigger ones that you all benefited from, but that was as a premier sponsor, but it's been really good.
Feed the sponsors. Yes.
That's right.
Very important.
Very well treated here, always very well treated.
Well, good. That's good to hear. So what else is cooking at NAVUG Summit 2016? Any sessions you've been involved with? Expo experiences?
Yes. Yes, definitely. As a premier sponsor, we're given 2 showcase sessions that we can provide, but we also had some of our team members get involved in the educational sessions, and they've gone extremely well. Every session I've attended has been a packed audience, so it speaks to the quality of the sessions that are being given, the engagement level of all the attendees. I attended one session given by one of our partners that we work with quite often, Western Computer, and they were talking about warehouse management systems, which is kind of what we do, but I wanted to hear about it from a partner side. It was just, again, a packed house and extremely informative.
Excellent. Now, didn't you participate in the NAVUG General Session on Wednesday morning to kick everything off?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes.
because GPUG Summit, we did our General Session at Amalie Arena, home of the Tampa Bay Lightning, by the way.
Had to slip that in
That's
to
right.
a Habs fan, of course.
Of course. And then after we left, NAVUG came in, and I was looking at the production sheet, and there's Adriana's name up on the big stage with the big 60-foot TVs
That's right.
over your head.
As
That's
I
right.
recall, I actually was on that session last year, and I did not get asked back. So apparently, you took my place.
Oh,
I'm just
no one
kidding.
can take your place, Darcy. That could never happen.
just
Actually, I'll tell you that it was really great. Mark Rhodes, the program director for NAVUG, very creative, very engaging, and he had this brilliant idea. I think he was very inspired by the Olympics this year.
Right.
So he decided to do an Olympic theme opening. So as you know, when you watch the Olympics, everything is done in the both official languages, English, French, and perhaps the host country language. So he basically opened up the general session speaking with a speech in English, and I was doing the French side.
Oh, fun.
Oh, no
really,
kidding. Okay.
It's really fun.
Wow, I didn't realize that. Okay.
Well, so we just have a few minutes left. I want to make sure and talk a little bit about Sologlobe because, I think just in case any of our listeners happen for some reason not to be familiar with what you all do, maybe just tell us a little about what you do. And I hear there's some big news that you've announced recently that we'd love to learn more about.
Yeah, thank you, Darcy. So Sologlobe is considered an advanced warehouse management system. We're ERP agnostic. We sit outside the ERP, so we work with basically any ERP out there. We do have a sweet spot with Nav in terms of the customer fit. But having said that, the typical client has very complex distribution requirements, so that's where we would come in. So we've been operating in North America since 1997. And this year, actually last week, we were officially purchased by Generics Group of France. They're European based. They have a huge footprint basically globally except for North America. And they were very intrigued by our solution offering. And they also like the fact that we have such an established footprint in North America. So they decided to purchase us. The great thing is we get to sell their solution offerings as well, which includes some EDI, TMS, and some other supply chain related services. And we can also start servicing better the NAV market in Europe and outside of the North America.
Win-win. That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Are you doing any of that here, the new product lines for this summit, or is it too early in the agreement and maybe next year it'll come into play?
It's something that we're beginning to talk about, we're working on, but it's not something we're offering right now.
Right, okay. No time like the present, right? But
That's
it's
right.
only been a few weeks.
That's right.
Okay. Adriana Vito, Director of Marketing at Sologlobe. Merci beaucoup, mademoiselle.
Merci.
See?
Merci.
We're doing the French side here. There's so many people in Florida that speak French, versus, say, Spanish.
Right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.